Hey, it's great to see you. My name is James. Welcome to this video. Today I'm going to show you how I built a stool using some scraps of wood I had laying around. Come check it out. I thought I'd change things up a little bit this week, and rather than giving you a narration of the things that I'm doing, I'll just show you the build process, give you some kind of highlights along the way of how this thing came together, and then just make some comments afterwards about things that I thought went well, things that didn't go well, and we'll go from there. So without further ado, come check out how I took a couple slabs of wood and turned them into this four-legged stool. Now, full disclosure, I do own a jigsaw, and so it would have been very easy to just take that jigsaw and make a circle cut and just be done with it. But I wanted to try this project with just hand tools and challenge myself in that way. Now, it wasn't completely round. There, as you can see it rolling along in that last shot, there were still some things about it that were a little bit out, but I thought for the kind of look I was going for and the kind of project this is, I was pretty much okay with that. You'll also notice, or maybe you didn't notice, I didn't really draw attention to this, that this top piece is definitely not flat. You can see it right now, just the amount of space between that ruler. My original plan was to make it completely flat, but I thought I might lose too much material doing that. But I also recognize that because people will be sitting on this potentially, it might actually be nicer to have a little bit of curvature to this rather than just being completely flat. So that was just a decision that I made. Now it's just a matter of drilling some holes for the legs and then making up some legs for this. pretty happy with the way this came out. There's a couple things that were challenging along the way that I didn't show in the build montage. The legs were probably the most difficult thing just to kind of get my head around. I started with the first leg and I was trying to figure out how I could shape it to get it through the hole, and I basically just made a big mess of it and just completely set that one aside. The fit was just so loose just because I didn't approach it right, so that was a bit of a learning experience. Now when it came to drilling the holes for the legs, I wanted to kind of have all the angles exactly the same, and as you can see, I didn't actually accomplish that. There's some different angles there, and part of that's just due to the curvature in the seat itself, and so because the seat's kind of curving out, it's going to naturally make these angles flare a little bit more, whereas these angles will be a little bit more tight. Now, one of the challenges when I first finished sawing all the legs, I realized that I was referencing it off my bench, which was not as flat as I wanted it to be, so it had a bit of a wobble. And looking back at the footage, I noticed as well that when I was marking the legs where I needed to cut them, I was kind of propping one of the legs up on this little wedge, and that wedge actually shifted while I was marking the legs, and so I had to kind of retouch them afterwards, but now it sits pretty flat. I'll probably put some furniture protectors on the bottom of this just to make sure it doesn't wobble at all, and that'll be good. I'm probably gonna bring this stool inside, throw it in the bathroom so the kids can use it to reach the sink when they're brushing their teeth, washing their hands, things like that. I like the way this came out. I thought it was a lot of fun to make. It was really fun trying different things with the camera, and I hope you enjoyed that too. Well, hey, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. It was a lot of fun making this stool, a lot of fun making this video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you want to subscribe, that's always appreciated as well. Leave a comment if you want. And until next time, take care.